Creating the Vision, Season 2, Episode 2, begin. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deanna if you are new here, and this is Season 2, Episode 2 of my series, Creating the Vision, where I am documenting my fitness journey here on YouTube. So let's get into it. We are going to start with the scale checking to see if my weight has increased or decreased since the last time. And also we are going to do a physique check in my same outfit that I had on 3 weeks ago so we can see if there's any body changes or body differences or whatnot. Okay, a couple of things here that I do want to note for documentation purposes, of course, but also so you all can know. So my birthday is in April. It's at the end of April, April 29th. And you know, typically, most of the time, all of the time, when it comes to my birthday, well, me and Dania's birthday, if you don't know, I'm a twin. This is our channel. Double team also, we are known as the D girls. And yeah, so this is our channel. My name is Deanna, that's Dania. Okay, so we are twins and we celebrate our birthday on our birthday, of course, but no. We take all of Taurus season, of course, but we also take over May. So May, even though season 2 of Creating the Vision started in May, I knew that it was kind of going to be a challenge for me because I was still celebrating my birthday. I have a lot of Taurus that's in my life. Mother's Day, of course, and then it transitions into Gemini season and half of my family are Gemini. So there's that. Also on top of that, I lost one of my childhood friends and it has been very challenging to move forward with my daily life and my daily routine because of that. It really shook up my world. And so it was very challenging to not even have the desire, but to actually think about doing anything else except focusing on the memories and the pain from losing a friend. This was just a very challenging time. I can't say that I ever lost a friend this way, and it was very abrupt. I tried to push myself as much as I could and try to remember discipline and try to remember consistency. You know, I just felt so down, and it was whatever is below down is really what I felt like. But at work, I tried my best to make sure that I was still doing my lunch walks. So I would try to drag myself outside, even if I was just walking so I can shed some tears. Like, I was really trying to push through. And I will say, while in the office, it was a little bit more simple. Did leave work some days so that I could be home just because I wanted to deal with my emotions. I might not have gotten all 5 of my walks that I usually get a day, but I'm like, I need to push myself to at least do one. Every single day I probably didn't get a walk in. I took a step away from Pilates because I just couldn't find the urge to pick myself up and go do Pilates or go to the gym. Words do so little to try to explain this, but I really tried to push through, but I also wanted to allow myself time to sit, do nothing, and just feel what I was feeling. I don't want to try to fix me or push me to move forward when I'm feeling pain just for the sake of a goal or just for the sake of I have to get things done. We need rest sometimes, and some things that pop up in our life, they happen, and it's not always meant for us to cover it with work, cover it with activity. Sometimes, most of the time, at least a little bit, we need to take the time to sit and actually feel what we feel. I wanted to give myself the time to really do nothing and digest and really feel what the heck just happened, because this was nothing regular, and I couldn't just keep going with my regular day after learning what I learned and finding out about this news. So I allowed myself to basically give myself a break. And I know that I was going to have to be the one, regardless if I took the break or not, I was going to have to be the one to pick myself up, to put myself back on the path after taking the break or whatnot. And so I'm like, I need to do this because I feel like I need to do this. Like the sickness, the pain, the illness, the unsettling feeling that I felt in my stomach, I really couldn't. And I'd like to think that I'm a very strong-willed person, and I know that I could pick myself up and do anything through whatever, but I didn't want to at this point. And so I didn't. I didn't feel like cooking. I didn't feel like eating. I didn't feel like doing nothing. I just wanted to sit in my dark room with my door closed and do nothing. I couldn't listen. I just started listening to music again. Like so many things. You never know what affects your life until it does. My whole series completely left my mind. I'm like, oh snap, it's time for me to do my first check-in, my episode 2 or whatnot. And I'm just like, am I even gonna do it? Because I feel like everything kind of went downhill, but this is very realistic, a part of a journey, because it doesn't matter what you're creating or what you are building for yourself. Unfortunately, there's going to be loss sometimes. Unfortunately, things are going to get in your way that sends more challenges and sends more obstacles that tries to take you off your path. And sometimes you might need to pause just to start again so you can be mentally there, and so that was one of these moments for me. I gave myself the time that I needed, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to sit in sadness. I gave myself a date. I'm like, all right, Deanna, next week we need to get back to it. It has less to do with trying to be that girl during the summertime and more about like just the healthiness of it all, like making sure I'm walking after I'm eating, making sure that I'm drinking all of my water, not overdoing it on the sugar, that type of thing. And that's just not on your head when you're not cooking for yourself and you don't want to be bothered or you don't want to move your body. And so now it's like you need to move your body. Now it's time to care for yourself. I know it's hard, but you have to pick yourself back up and do the things that you need to do to make sure that your life is okay. This is why your goals sometimes go downhill, because you're like, I don't want to do that. And after one day of not doing that, 2 days before it becomes comfortable, 3 days, and then you look up and it's been weeks, it's been months, and then it's like, oh wow, it's been a year since I did something. And I know that I have been working very hard on this, or I have been very consistent in the journey that I started last fall, and I am happy with the results that I am seeing. I feel good with how I feel. And I want to keep that up, and show myself that even through loss, even through things that you couldn't, even through the unexpected, that you can care for yourself, nurture yourself, and still put you back on your path. And so that's what I'm doing. I made myself go outside for walks, and I would ask someone to go with me to really encourage me to go. And also kind of be like that emotional groundedness, so I wouldn't be like bawling on my walks. I did have a couple of those, but just really don't know what can shake up your world, shake up your life. And it has been a very interesting May. May has definitely shook some stuff up in my world. Okay. And so I don't want to say this is me starting over, it's just pushing the play button off pause so that I can continue to do what it is that I need to do. It's just really interesting when you start eating certain foods again, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop. You keep on telling yourself like, I'm gonna stop, and then you're like, I really need to stop. So like May 31st, is it 31st of May? May 30th, first, this is the 31st. The 31st of May, I had my last cookie. It was the sea salt chocolate chip cookie from Trader Joe's. And I'm like, when June hit, you had enough sugar, you're done. So today is June 2nd, and I'm not gonna lie. Fiending is a great word, because I'm fiending for a cookie. I want a cookie so bad. I want a slice of cake so bad. And that's how I know that it's time for me to stop with the sugar, because now I'm looking for it on a daily basis, you know. And some of us celebrate differently than others when it comes to their birthday season. So I think like any type of journey that you have, it really shows your dedication, yes, in the consistency, but also when you are able to pause or have to take a pause just for like mental and emotional. Sometimes you have to take that, and getting back on that also shows you how much you want the things that you want. Like if you are able to stop and pause and then come back to it, it has been a May. We're just hoping for the best for June. Like I said in the other one, I'm the one that has to do the work, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen and what's not going to happen, because I'm the one that is doing it. And so when I made that first episode, of course I didn't know that May was going to hit like this, that this is how I was going to be feeling in May. Yeah. Season 2, episode 2, creating the vision while grieving, is a very, very, very interesting episode, because yeah, life is just a lot. You know, you can never tell life to slow down. You just have to learn how to live your life and deal with things, which is tough. That first episode of season 2, I said that I'm as long as I'm doing more than 10K steps, I'm good. I don't need like a goal. I lied. I'm giving myself a goal, because when you have a number, it makes you work towards it. So 10K was the last goal. I'm gonna say 12. I'm gonna say 13K. 13K for June. We don't even have to focus on the other months. I'm gonna say 13K a day for June, which will make me turn things up more instead of just like winging it. I'm not trying to wing it. I'm actually trying to do the things, listen to the things that I say to do. So I'm giving myself the goal of 13,000 steps a day in June now, and I need to write that down so that I can remember. I'll put it in my phone. I'm expecting to have much better results and news and energy. Life is interesting. What can I say? Thank you all for watching for now. I will be back with episode 3 of Creating the Vision. Subscribe, share to a friend that's also trying to create their vision. Like, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll be sure to respond and comment back to you all. Yes, I will holler at you all later, okay? Yes, I will holler at you all later, and I'll be back for episode 3, smiling a little wider, hopefully. Thank you. Thanks, guys.